comments up now in this thing. So wait a second. So it always takes a few minutes for people to join. So if you're watching this after the fact, hello. Always wait a few minutes for people to come and get going.
Mm-hmm.
But as you can see, we'll have a special guest on today. Here we go. So I can go and click into here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so then the comments will come over here and then I'll read them out.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's all a bit blurry and stuff. Let's see how our internet connection is. 1 second, we'll refresh this. Hello, Liesl. How are things? Very good for you to join us. Liesl's a good customer of mine. Just bought a few sticks. I think in Canada. Correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember where again. So welcome to the live stream today. I'm going to have my dad on, and don't worry, I'll read the comments as well.
Yeah.
So how is it? Is the stream okay? It seems the speed is the internet's a bit slow today and coming out a bit kind of blurry. Can everyone see us okay, or is it a bit pixelated or something, or is that just my computer here? Hey Garen, how are things, my man? Very good for you to join us on the live stream again. And yeah, so like this week, I thought I'd ask my dad to come down, and if you have any questions, if you want to ask me or my dad, we're going to be available here for the next hour. I'll read out the comments as well. So evening, gents, look good. Okay, so the video quality looks good, Carl says.
That's it, yeah.
So it's just my computer here, it's just all pixelated.
Yeah, I have my glasses on, I can see too there.
Okay, so I'll read them out. Carl says, evening, gents, looking good. Garen says, looks good and sounds gold here. That's good. It's clear, fine as can be. Yeah, it's always probably good to do a bit of a sound check, but here in County Kerry in Ireland, we don't have the fast internet that you guys probably have all over the world. Oh my God, what kind of glasses are they?
The ones you can see through.
Oh my God, man. They're terrible looking.
Are they? Oh, we'll leave them off.
No, you can wear them if you want. There's like, my dad doesn't normally wear glasses, so he just wants to read the comments, but you can wear them if you want.
You're right.
It just looks
the first
weird.
ones I picked up in the shed, I have about 20 pairs.
Yeah.
They're all the pairs of glasses all over the place.
So are you just collecting glasses from funerals and stuff?
Exactly, yeah. No. Well, they offer them, and if we get them, we take them.
All right, guys. Throw in bubbles. All right. So I'll read a few of these here.
Yeah.
So it's fine, clear as can be. Hi, your sticks are quality. My pal bought one for us a few months ago, William said. John goes, how are yous? Okay. Bolio says, Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys. Bubbles is like, do you know that?
No.
It's a TV, it's a Canadian comedy series, and there's this guy that wears the big glasses like that. It looks like
yeah.
So Lenny is a guy from Liverpool. You probably know him, Dad.
I've seen Lenny making comments over the last few months. Yeah.
Lenny says, "Evening, lads. Your dad looks fine, but you're looking old, Francis."
No, good man, Lenny. You're right. Nothing wrong with your eyesight.
All right, man. I'm going to start adding some €10 now to your next order for that comment, Lenny. you got to keep me sweet to get the discounts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so John said. Okay, so Dennis says, "Good afternoon to the McCaffrey clan from a Dennis Nestor." It's another good customer of mine.
Yes.
Carl says, "If it's any consolation, the internet is terrible here in Gorey, Wexford too." So Carl is from Gorey.
Oh yeah. The boys of Wexford is right, eh?
Yeah, sure. The Wexford is a famous place if you're into Irish rebellion history as well.
Yeah.
Was it Vinegar Hill?
Yeah, where they had the pikes, carried the pikes over the head with a turf lit up.
Yeah, what was it?
March with them.
1798, or I can't remember the year.
Something look it before our time, anyway. Yeah.
Led by a priest, wasn't it? I can't remember.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, Carl, you were from Wexford, so you got to be the expert in Wexford history there.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so Garen says, my eyes aren't that gold either, Frank. So Garen's just saying there that
that's
his
right,
eyes...
Garen, yeah, no. When I'm using, I have to wear glasses for any close reading and stuff like that.
Yeah, but my dad's never worn glasses, really, only really late years,
only
almost never.
Very, very late in life, yeah. But not for driving or no need for them for working. It's just for concentrating, so...
It's kind of like things long-sighted or something.
Yeah, like that now.
But I've been wearing them since I was 15 anyway.
And the daughter as well.
Yeah.
Claire, she has had them all her life as well.
Didn't eat enough carrots, like.
No, you wouldn't eat good vegetables that I used to grow.
Yeah.
In my fucking couple of acres.
Dad's the original survivalist, like, you know, he knows how to survive the zombie apocalypse. Growing vegetables and everything, like. You know, if the apocalypse happens, you need this guy on your side, I'm telling you. He could survive anywhere.
We eat all the right things.
But if
they might be the best things.
If a Fermanagh man can survive in County Kerry, which is the bandit country, like, you know, it's the Wild West in County Kerry.
That's for sure. I reached my 72 years here, and I'm still surviving.
Yeah. But you came to Kerry in the 70s, I think.
That's all. Yeah, no.
But it hasn't changed much mentally.
Wasn't Cork before that.
Cork.
That's where you were born. You're a Cork. He's a Corkonian. He doesn't want to admit
Cork
it. Cork boys.
Well, you know,
Langers.
Do you know? You probably know this, right? Do you know what people refer to as langers? Well, I better read some of the comments here. I see there's a few coming in there. Let's see. Good afternoon to McCaffrey clan. Let's see now. Hello from Arkansas, says Porter. Dennis says it's clear that good looks run in the family. All right, Dennis, my man.
Oh, we'll take that.
We'll take that as a compliment, like, yeah. You know, there's, but you wonder why? Why do we all look the same in Ireland? Like, don't worry, we're not from Glencar. But anyway, let's see. Donegal Abu. So John is saying, well,
John Donegal, yeah.
So Abu is like a chant you hear at a football matches.
Football GA game, yeah, that's it. The next door neighbours there are Tyrone, yeah.
Yeah. So
and Derry.
So John says, Fermanagh, any Maguires in your family? So I'll let my dad answer that, of course.
Of course, there's loads of Maguires. That's where our name originated from, was from the Maguire clan. They were the original ones in Fermanagh. Yeah. And then there were so many of Maguire, so they split out McManus and McCaffrey. So there's three. There were chieftains, and they separated. Then they went into different areas. I think there's somewhere. There's a place called Liss McCaffrey somewhere in. I think it's in Tyrone, and there's another place with McCaffrey, and I think it's in Leitrim.
Yeah. Did Julia, our cousin Julianne? She's doing the family history at the moment. She contacted me. Did she contact you?
No, she didn't. But I was contacted by someone else, but I ignored it.
Oh, right, okay. That's the best way. Like, if someone's contacting you, I get all these contacts the whole time. My dad's the same. He taught me well. If you don't recognize the person contacting you, don't reply. Just lie low and keep quiet. Like.
Yeah.
Let's see. Lenny says, I'm still paying you back for the two knob joke, Francis. Very good. There's a lamb banana badge in the post for you. You're on the red cab. Yeah, man. When am I going? In Liverpool, they've got like this weird lamb banana kind of fetish or something going on, like this weird sculptures.
They can send them over on the barge over the Mersey, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe they can. Yeah. Let's see. Garen says, Frank, you have me beat by 7 years. So I think that you're 7 years older than Garen. So 72 minus 7 is, what's that, 66 or something?
66, yeah, that's something all right, like that. Yeah. No. You're only as young as you feel. Or in some cases, they say the women you feel.
Okay. Right, we'll delete that from the live stream. But moving on. Carl, Rebellion, 1798. Yeah, Father John Murphy was the priest. There you go, Carl.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
You know your stuff, Carl. Then Mike Myers says, hello, fellas. Warm
Father
greetings.
Murphy from old Kilcormac. Is that right?
That's it. I'm sure there's a few songs, Irish Rebel songs about it.
Yeah, no, that was him.
Okay, so Michael Myers is from Belgium. Coming up to his time of year at Halloween. Nice to meet you, Mr. McCaffrey. So he's a regular chatter on these streams.
Yeah, Michael, how are you?
John, is your father a stick maker as well? Did you learn the craft from him? John, are you just taking the piss here, man? Do you not know the legend?
Is the Pope a Catholic?
Exactly. John. Is my dad a stick maker, man? Is this your first time on my channel? Have you never heard of the famous McCaffrey clan? We've been going for years, man. So yes, of course, man. Is my dad a stick maker? Is the Pope Catholic? Like, you know. my God, man. John, you gotta go back and watch my videos, man. You gotta know about me. Okay, and Lee's laughing as well. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, John's just having a bit of fun, I'd say. Like,
Yeah,
we'll take that as being banter and sarcasm.
yeah,
John, second time on the stream, I can tell that. I can tell.
yeah, yeah.
No, like my dad's a legend. Like he's very well known. For in crafts and all the craft fairs, and he's been doing it. His dad was doing it as well. We've a long line of stick makers in the family here as well. I've actually done a series last summer with my dad, John, where I did 5 interviews with my dad, where we talk about like history and Fermanagh and all that. You should go back and have a look at those streams as well. But there'd always be banter, John. Anyway, so but yeah, of course he's a stick maker. Like he made that big giant one back there. Wait, let's show this. It's still there, man. It's still there. Here's one of my dad's sticks. Here, you can show this one to them.
Oh yeah, yeah. I said it. It's a case of go big or go home. So this is the one. Yeah, it was a very suitable one for working on because there was this massive branch here that came off, and this was a side shoot. So yeah, it worked out very good. Yeah.
So
and,
if you want, John, second time on the stream, if you want an authentic Blackthorn, one of a kind original display piece made by my dad, like who doesn't make hardly any sticks anymore. He kind of just now and again does something, so it's very rare for him to make
just
sticks.
make sort of another special one if I see something that comes up.
Yeah.
That's different.
So
my son makes all these other ones, but there might be one in the blue moon that I see, like this one now. That was a nice rare one.
Yeah, every now and
to
again.
shape up, yeah. And I have time. I'm retired, so I took a bit of time on it and effort into it. Yeah,
yeah. So it's on the website. So my dad's sticks will always be highly sought after as well. It's on the website. If you'll be able to find it there, and so we have Joe from Germany, Dad. I think you've heard. You've seen him on Facebook. Joe Douglas.
Joe Douglas. Yes, I've heard. I've seen. Him mentioned. Yeah, Joe. He is learning to make sticks and stuff.
He's a brand new guy. Yeah,
right,
he's been asking questions for about two years now.
Joe's very active. Yeah, good.
Okay, yeah. So how's life on Facebook these days, Joe, man? I try to stay away from all that. I always get every now and again when I get a bit sick or something, I'll go on to Facebook for a look, but I can't stand Facebook. I try to stay off it now. Honest election posters. What's that? What's up, guys? What's the crack? How long did that take to season? How long did that stick take to season?
5 years.
5 years. There you go.
5 years. Yeah.
The thicker pieces need
longer.
longer.
You see that part of it, like if it was like that, like 3 years, but. Yeah, you have to for the like of a stick that large, you just have to. Yeah, it's not a case of waiting for it. It's just patience and leave it for as long as it needs be. Exactly. I often left ones for 10 years if they were, if they were very large. This is not the largest ones I made, to be honest, but.
Well, you can hardly hold that. Look, if you were trying to hold that in a fight with one hand, it's way too big. Look, there to give you a comparison. My head compared to it, like
it'd be mighty for a display in an Irish pub or something, or a man cave, or it's.
I know. If you're a big guy, if you're a big guy, you could use that.
Oh, you could, yeah.
Lenny, you've got big hands, Lenny, don't you?
Yeah.
There's the one you were looking for a few months ago.
Yeah, that's.
Man, you only have 2 of my sticks. Like you got to get like one of the collectors who's got 20. There's guys here that have 20 and 30 sticks. Like.
Oh well, Lenny, your name's all over, so.
Yeah, Lenny, it's your stick. Let's see now. John says, Jeannie Mac. Now that's a stick. Never seen the likes of it. Yeah, it's rare.
Yeah, they're like hen's teeth. Yeah, they're not.
Yeah. But like you can't like as you know is that when you're trying to season a stick like big like that, as my dad said, for 5 years, most of them don't survive. They split like really badly and deep.
Yeah,
so it's kind of rare. Like there's a reason why you don't see sticks that big or that size, because not many of them can survive the process as well, and that's why most guys don't do them.
That's it. And you see, a lot of people then will cut them too short. You see, for the like of that one there, it was about 6 inches on either side, so that even with the cracks, they don't go right through. But if that was cut short, it'll be just disintegrate, you know.
Yeah, that's an important point. You're saying you do have to cut it long when you're coming into the cutting season.
And
But
yeah, and especially for something that's going to be, 5 years at least
oh,
seasoning.
Dad,
So.
here's a good customer of mine. Bill Quinn from Boston, East Boston, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Quinn is a Tyrone name. Yeah, yeah.
And Bill
Bill,
is
hello, Bill. How are you?
he's a good customer of mine. He knows the good sticks. He's the guy that picks out the best ones.
Oh,
And,
does he?
Yeah, he's a good collection there. I think he's got I don't know. You got I think you're getting up there towards the 20 mark already.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Mike says, "Oh, Francis, last week's fair is done, and guess what? Modern faction fight already started. First evening on Friday." I'll explain this to my dad. Michael was telling me that in Belgium they have this fair where these two gangs they have some fights, and it goes on even nowadays as well, where from two different towns they have a fight, and the fair was starting like last week.
Oh,
We were
right.
talking about
Yes.
it. And he said already they're starting to fight at the fair, but we have our fair share of fights here too at Puck Fair, as I
Well,
was
we
telling.
we have had one there 2 weeks ago up in Tuam in Galway, near where the Tom Kelly, I think you're up that there, Attenry or somewhere. And it happened at a funeral in a graveyard that happened to be two of the same family. Not, they were same name, but they might be one was a woman and one was a younger man. And there was a massive brawl there, guards and everything was involved. They had to separate them. I think the rapid response had to go in and separate them. It was serious, yeah. So I didn't hear any more about it. But yes, you're going to get that in certain areas.
Yeah, look, there's still plenty of fights and still
Yeah,
plenty of stuff goes
yeah,
on in
that's
Ireland.
it.
Like it's not, you mightn't hear it in CNN and the news channels, but you'd hear it here first.
That's right, yeah. No, it's there. And even at small fairs, there's rows as well. There's a fair here now next Sunday. I think it's over in Milltown, the next little town to us. And it's quite possible it's a sheep fair, and there could be something going on there because they all carry sticks as well.
Yeah, well, the thing about Milltown people is like, they have a fondness for sheep, would say, don't look at my sheep.
Yeah. Is that what they wear? Wellingtons all the time.
Could be something for protection or something like that.
Yeah, anywho.
Let's see, John. You or what's he? Garen says that's really a collector stick, especially if signed by the maker. Would be well, Garen. If you want it, we'll sign it for you, man. The
sign
two
it
of
for
us,
you, yeah.
we'll make a video for you. We'll write you a letter, whatever you want, man. Just buy it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, John. You might not remember me, Francis. I actually do, John, because we had a bit of banter as well about 2 streams ago. But I was here on before a few weeks ago. I told you that my grandfather is teaching me how to make hazel sticks. Yeah, I remember as well there. You started saying they were with Blackthorn and then on to hazel, and you're up in Donegal, and you got a huge amount of money to make a Blackthorn movie. You're telling me as well, and I remember you were a bit of a character, so of course I remember all the wild things you were saying, man. Let's see, Bill. Nice to see you there with your dad. Very good. Johnson, any faction fighting videos coming soon? Yeah, I'll make a few. I'm going to talk about Big Mick Foley and the Clorglan factions and stuff in Angluck and all around here. There was some fights, so I have some notes in it as well. Johnson, speaking of Tuam, did you guys ever hear of the story of the American Confederate soldier from Tuam? Not really. I don't know. I haven't read any books on the American Civil War or Confederates and all that.
There was
kind of stuff.
there was two famous names in the American in the Federal. There was two different sides, and there was two real top men. I forget their names, but they were famous and they were fighting mad among themselves.
Didn't one guy in Che Guevara or something? Didn't one Irish guy I think Cuba? Or was that something else? Wasn't there some connection with Che Guevara in Ireland as well? In revolutions or something?
Yeah, well, you see, his name was Lynch.
Lynch, that was
Lynch,
it, yeah.
and Lynch was originally his people, forefathers and whatever, came from Galway. So the Lynches were.
Is there a thing in Bolivia as well? Some Irish guy went over and went into the army and did, I think in Bolivia or something like that.
Yeah, that would sound right over there, yeah.
Bolivar or something, and some connection with Ireland and a general or something.
Was. Well, you see, the Irish had to emigrate, over the years, and with famines and genocide and everything. Yeah, that was it. So we're all over the place.
Okay, so Michael says, Bridge of Tuam, where Roddy McCorry went to die.
At the Bridge of Tuam today, yeah. Know it well, yeah.
Okay. And he's saying his grandmother, maybe it was like Che Guevara's grandmother or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Can't remember. In Irish, look, if your great grandmother's Irish, you qualify for the Irish football team. You know, there's everyone has a bit of Irish in them if you go back a few
Yeah.
generations, like.
And most of the ones that do, they can't play.
That's
They're useless.
No,
we have a very
might be
bad
good
team.
at telling a story or down the pub have a bit of crack, like, but we're not a view athletes. John says there's a plaque dedicated to him in Tuam. I highly recommend looking into him. Very interesting story. The Irish also liberated Venezuela. A rake of them supports Celtic because of that in Venezuela.
Oh, right,
But
yes,
I have a friend down in Bolivia who opened like a hostel and his things there, and he was saying about the Irish connection Bolivia. So I'm not familiar with the Venezuela one. That's
Yeah.
what's your man that was in there, Evo Morales or something, or I can't remember, or Chavez, or I can't remember.
There's so many names from over the years,
Yeah.
But I'm a Celtic supporter myself as well.
Everyone's a Celtic supporter in Ireland. Like, you know, if you're a Rangers supporter, you know, you stick out like a sore thumb. Like, you know, it's you know, very much a Celtic base in Ireland. Tommy's from Florida, another very good customer of mine. Introduce Tommy.
Hello, Tommy.
Dad.
How are
Dad,
you?
Tommy.
Good man, Tommy. Yeah.
Tommy is a very, very interesting guy as well.
What's
Great
Tommy's
stuff.
second name? Is it Irish name or what? What's your second name, Tommy?
Maybe a German name. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's you can tell us there, but like both some people there they can explain their own names better. So
Yeah.
he's saying hi to you as well.
man.
Honest Electric Coasters is Mexico's St. Patrick's Brigade.
Yes. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. Because the Irish too went out to fight against Franco in Spain as well.
Yeah.
They were the International Brigade, they called them.
Yeah. It's like the Irish went out everywhere. So he said,
Well, of
quit
course.
mixing it up as
Any
Bolivia or
causes
Venezuela,
that we felt needed to be fought, we went out and fought them.
Exactly, like, you know, there's a reason why it's called the Fighting Irish as well. Like, you know, if there's any bit of ruckus going on, Ireland will get involved, and you know, given how it is culturally in Ireland as well, like, you know, when we see inequalities and different things like that, we'll get involved, and you know, it's we're a country of activists as well that stick up for things, and you know, we could probably do with a few more activists now to help get things moving a bit forward. 'Cause things are a bit kind of slow, but we might do a political podcast someday.
That's for another day.
That's for another day. Another day. If you're interested in hearing me and my dad's politics, you know, we'll have to create a new channel. It might get us banned or something. Do it off of YouTube anyway, like the McCaffrey Politics channel. But we can talk Kerry politics here. Oh my God, like, you know, my dad loves the Kerry politics. I think it's a bit, you know, oh God.
Well, I'm the older member. I've been seeing so much of it.
Yeah. But the way you deal with politicians here in County Kerry in Ireland is you tell every single one you vote from. You just say, yeah, I'm with you. The next guy knocks on the door. Yeah, I'm with you. The next guy knocks on the door. Yeah, I'm with you. It's, you know, that's the way to do it, isn't it? Just tell them all.
Oh yeah, that's it.
But
That's why it's a secret vote.
oh yeah, like, you know, everyone knows who I vote for anyway in the local community. But let's see now. Let's see. Doug says, hello, Francis, and to your dad from Ulster. He's an Ulster Scot, but proud of his Irish ancestry. Very good.
Good
very
man,
good.
Doug. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Always be proud of your Irish. Like, any connection you have to Ireland, even if you drank Guinness once in an Irish bar, you're Irish. We'll say anyway.
Nearly there.
John, honest election posters. They're the reason why white people are called gringos, because they used to sing a song called Green Grows. I heard at last.
Oh, green grows the grass, I suppose it was. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know nothing too much about Spanish or something.
Well, yeah, that's it. Or gringos, is that Mexican? No.
Okay, so Tommy's saying about his name. It's a Bunka. Is it? Well, if it's German, they pronounce the E and it's like Bunka. The Bunka family name comes from Hanover area in Germany. My father was German. My mother was Dutch, Welsh, Irish, and Scottish, etc.
Right.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
That's good. Good. You have a good selection there.
Your family tree done, so.
Have you done the answer? My dad did the ancestry thing. He's almost 100% Irish. You know that.
99.9.
99. Okay, so my dad did the ancestor DNA test. You know, where you spit into something, you lick something or whatever. It was my sister got it for him there one Christmas, and he said he'd do it. You know, just to see. And he's like 99.9% Irish. And I think what was the other point 0.0001?
Oh, one of the Swedish or something.
Norwegian, Norway, I think.
What do you call them? them? The Vikings? Or no, is it the Vikings?
Yeah, it was Norway.
No, a Viking. Yeah, there was a little touch of a Viking somewhere around.
So somewhere. So
got a rub of the relic.
So 99.9% Irish, and so 0.01 Norwegian as well. So there must have been some rogue Viking as well that came down and stayed in the north many moons ago. So that's like almost as pure Irish as you can get, like 99.9.
Well, you see, my father and mother, they had lived in two separate farms beside each other, so they were, so they had never travelled or never left the country either. So there was no emigration.
Not related.
Yeah.
Not related.
No.
We'll say. We'll stick to that story. Yeah. So John says, what do you think of the Healy Rays?
Oh, they're powerful people. They're very good. Yeah, they do their own thing.
I'm going to say no comment, and I think you'll understand if you can read between the lines, John, of what I think of them.
Yeah, well, we're at odds with these, but I get on well with them because...
Everyone knows them.
Yeah, they have a different way of doing things, but that's the way they do it. They can get things done when you need it.
Yeah. The older generation tend to get on with the Healy Rays.
They may be they're classed as clowns and fools and everything in Dublin, but they can get the stuff done, and that's it.
Well, Michael's an intelligent guy, and he's not the caricature you see when you talk to him. Michael, Danny's pretty much what you see is what you get with him. But Michael is I can say from talking to him and dealing, he's an intelligent lad who knows he knows the score, and he's a bit playing up the accent sometimes. He's not like that when you talk to him in any kind of business setting.
No.
Bill says many visits to South America, mainly Peru. Lima, Peru, was it? And it was funny to meet folks with Spanish first names and Irish last names. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I hope that's not the slave-owned names, because sometimes you see Irish names and they were like slave owners as well. Yeah. So were they settled Irish, or what was the history there? It'd be interesting to know, Bill.
Well, you see in County Clare, there's a place called Spanish Point, right? Yeah. And the Spanish came in there into County Clare, so obviously they took a cartload of women back with them, I suppose, and...
Maybe so.
They didn't leave around. There's only a fishing village around there on the coast. I say things were wild.
Yeah,
but they left their mark, whichever the case was be.
Yeah, but Aries they were probably wanting to get rid of some of those Irish women anyway.
They were shipped them out.
Get rid of some of those Irish kind of weird ones. Anyway, there's a good movie called A Fistful of Dynamite where James Coburn played an IRA man. Fistful of Dynamite, James Coburn.
I know there's Fistful of Dollars. That was Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, they're the Sergio Leone ones. Yeah, I done this one.
Dynamite, yeah.
Must have a look at that one as well.
Yeah.
Let's see now. Didn't Ivor the Boneless invade Ireland? No, I don't think
Boneless,
so.
He was useless, so...
That's the worst nickname ever. Ivan the Boneless, yeah? Fuck's sake, like...
He didn't mass produce.
No. He's a boneless. Wow, that's the worst. That's the worst name ever. His clan must have died out anyway, because he was, unable to.
Oh, for God's sake!
Good one, Tommy. We'll move on from there if we can. Maybe it's Frank's 0.00% Viking blue blood. Not from the boneless guy anyway, like, 'cause he wasn't able to get it up. But anyway, wasn't a young fella doing a bit of boxing in the takeaway? There's you mean the Healy Ray son guy was in some kind of skirmish,
that hasn't been sorted yet. That's
still going on.
That hasn't been sorted. It's subdued to say we can't talk about it. Yeah, no, that's still going through. That hasn't been settled yet because of COVID, and the man was and the partner or whatever was in England, so they haven't come over for the case, and it'll take a while.
Yeah.
It was just
it's fights going in Ireland, so
it was a clannish thing too. It was just whatever it was about.
The takeaway is always a location that you see fights. If you're ever bored in Ireland at night time, go to the late night takeaways, and there's always something that kicks off there. People are hungry, people are drunk, people are pushing in the queues. Recipe for disaster. Things always kick off there. Like.
The problem with Ireland is that when the pubs close, they all go out together. If they close at 1 o'clock, everyone's out in the street at the same time. Now they're trying to get a law now that they can, maybe have some come out at 1 o'clock, 1:30, 2, 2:30. so staggered that there won't be a massive crowd in the streets. But I can't see
that's
that work.
that's a stupid law.
It won't work. It won't work.
It's typical stupid laws that come out that the guys they don't have no common sense they come up with as well. Doug says he says actually legend had it that the Mexican troops at the Alamo were intimidating the defenders, singing "Green Grow the Lilacs," but pronounced it "Gringo." But I have my doubts. Okay, that's who knows, man. No one was around 200 years ago, so anyone can say anything of how these things went.
Yeah, I think that's.
So John says, Culchies love them too, Healy Rays. They're like something out of Ford or Ted. I do appreciate what they're doing for the Micah situation in Donegal, and they also run this up to the cataract, helping old people with getting operations. So they do a lot of things like that. They do good support.
For people don't realise it. Yeah, that's it. And like, what do you mean when you say Culchie?
Oh, John, did you call my dad a Culchie? Oh my God! And you're a Donegal lad.
I'd be up there when I head up to Ballyshannon and up there. I'll tell you.
Yeah. So
Rossnowell or whatever it is.
So if you're calling people a Culchie, you're obviously from a town then.
Yeah.
You're only from either Letterkenny or from one of the bigger towns.
You're a townie, so
you're a townie man. No country lad would call themselves a Culchie as well, or say Culchie. Culchie's you're giving your way. You're a city dweller, man.
City dweller.
You know, if you're throwing out that term, you're a city dweller, John.
I hope you're not from near Derry, because you'd probably have an L before the Derry.
probably. Then be fighting words, man. Getting some drama going here, John. Zero says, evening to the pair of you, Zero Fox. How are you, Zero Fox?
I heard a Zero Fox name mentioned before.
Yeah, there's a few Fox guys there on the things. Let's see. Mike Myers, Dublin originated as a Viking settlement. Don't know what era in Viking history was that though. And then says, for F's sake, I'm a Culchie myself. Well, the verdict's out on that, man, John. I have my doubts. Have my doubts, John.
Yeah.
We'll see about that, man. We'll see about that.
That's it. It'll all come out in the wash.
No, a Culchie even doesn't call themselves a Culchie, man.
No.
I'm sus, man. I'm suspect. There's something going on with you.
If you're from the country, you're a countryman, and that's it.
Yeah. The only people that we refer to a Culchie is someone like from Dublin referring to someone who's not from Dublin, or someone from a big city.
Yes, or that talks with a different accent than themselves.
Yeah. So you're definitely giving us a clue anyway that you're not from the country, John. For 100% sure of how you spoke.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out, man. We're like detectives. So John, I'm nowhere near any towns. I'm proud to be a Culchie. Well, maybe now you have moved there, because a lot of the city guys, they realise us country lads have had it good, so they've moved from the cities to the countries. So yeah. You're one of these guys that have just moved there, I think. Let's see now. Michael says I can't even pronounce that, man. I'll have to. Is the only town with 6 silent letters at the beginning of its name? Yeah.
That's the place. Yeah.
Like for Irish people as well. Like that's there's a lot of negative. There's not a negative history around that name, so it is. We'll
forget that one.
Yeah, we'll forget that anyway. Moving on, but you'll never hear me read that type of word out anyway. Let's see, Tim, your videos have been inspiring and helpful. I started collecting my own local sticks. No Blackthorn, unfortunately. How long would oak typically take to season? Here, my dad can tell you.
Well, oak is a sort of a dense timber as well. So we're talking about, depending on how thick it is, it's like everything else. 3 years is what I recommend, Danny, for anything. And then, you know what I mean? Check it. You see, it's not going, unless you come, keep a check on it. You could always peel a little bit with a knife at the end of or something. See, is the bark green? And if the bark is green, you leave it for another 6 months. And it's like trial and error, So each timber is not the same, because the blackthorn is a different than oak. Oak is different than ash. Sycamore. There's so many different breeds of timbers. But the whole secret is, don't give them too much heat. Have a good airy space where the wind is going through, like a shed or some type of place, with obviously no rain getting at it. But you must have the wind going through it. That's the whole secret. And don't have it too near iron roof or something, because the heat from that in the summertime will only put them cracked them all over the place. Yeah.
So there you have it. So
and plus dampness you have, and keeping them away from underneath the floor either as well. And any of the floor, if they're touching the floor, the dampness can come up.
Okay, so we have Michael. If you're ever in Derry, say hello to my friend Seamus at the Abbey B&B. We will indeed.
Right, we will, certainly. Seamus, we'll think of him.
Okay,
all right.
Stacey says, Francis, I know you don't know me, but I followed you for years. I used to make canes on YouTube, but now I'm a community collaboration driven channel. Are you up for a collaboration? Sure, send me an email. I'll listen to what you have in mind. No problem. Tim, thank you, sir. John, how does a culchie not call himself a culchie? You're digging a hole for you. Even that comment, like, you know, I'm born and raised in Gaeltacht, and still live and spend summers in the bog cutting turf and getting hazel. Well, you know,
that's what self-survival people do. That's what you know. The Irish people always did. The turf doesn't cut themselves, and you know, you have to save them and bring them home and keep your house warm. Like that's what. And it's like the same as potatoes and spuds and whatever vegetables. You must set them you must plant them to set them to grow them to get a result.
Do you get much hazel in the bogs as well? You know?
Hazel? There's no hazel in bogs.
No.
I think it's the rowan is the only thing that grows in bogs.
Yeah, man, it's
like
like
red berries on it.
Where the bogs and the turf are, you're not going to get any hazel.
No. They'd fall all over because soft ground.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't grow on that type of.
Who was that? John again.
John again, man. It's
John,
like you're
come
digging.
on now. I think you're bluffing. He's trying us out, maybe, so that we'll commit ourselves to say something, and then sure, I was only joking.
He was just saying he came on. I remember him because he came on the other thing. You were saying you like to say wild stuff, man. But when Irish people are talking to each other, they can see through that kind of stuff, man. Stacey says love and support you from the YouTube Wall family. Well, thank you very much, Stacey, and you know, happy to you know, for all the well wishes that you give out as well. Garen, have either of you ever worked with hickory or pecan? No, not me anyway.
I have worked with hickory, but totally different with veneers. You see, I was in the furniture business as well, and when the veneers come out, I would be putting on veneers for tables and different things like that. You know, so I did work with, but there's only veneers. They were little, you know, about an eighth of an inch thick. Yeah, match them up, and you'd get lovely designs with the veneers. Yeah.
Okay, so Doug says, how about Cavan? Watched the program, and the local said that the people were stingy and mean. You were right, Francis. Yeah, I was saying about the Cavan stereotype.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the stereotype of a Cavan man? Go on, you can say it.
Now they're lovely people.
A cute whore. Do you know the expression a cute whore? But okay, explain what a cute whore means if you're describing a Cavan person.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Look, I'd say it was the whole thing started with a comedian here. He used to be in films now, and he was all told the Cavan jokes. So he was famous on RT. He got airtime, and that was it.
Tobin, or who was it?
No, he was from Cork. Was he Niall Tobin? Yeah, I think it's Niall Tobin from Cork. Yeah, and he kept. So that was but I didn't find. I lived only a couple of miles from them. I didn't find they were the same as anyone else. Because
no, it's true. They're stingy.
But they're smart. They would be stingy, but they're careful with their money, you know.
I know that stereotype could spread to Fermanagh too, from my experience.
Jeez, I don't know. My wallet's gone low.
Yeah. You know,
tell you one thing.
But all right, so John's back again. What are you saying, John, man? Just keep the hole you're digging. So no hazel in the bogs. Yeah, we know that already, man. But plenty of bog for red bog oak. I didn't imply that I get hazel in the bog. John, it's only a bit of banter, my man. Let's see. Honest election posters. Everyone dislikes Cavan because they had a great football team.
That's right, yeah, that was it. Because they beat Kerry 1 year in the 1947, I think it was. And the game was played in the Polio grounds in New York. And they had a famous win that, and there was a song about the gallant John Joe. His name was Riley, and the song was famous at the time. It was, well, Not at that time, but years later in the 60s, 70s, 80s, I hear when in the pub, all the people would be singing about the Cavan fella. We couldn't sing about anyone from Anna because we won nothing.
Well, it wouldn't be Cavan that the most like in
What's
Ireland.
that?
In Ireland, if you ask people what's the most hated county, like it would be, you'd know the answer, Dublin.
Yeah, oh yeah, well,
Dublin mostly,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, that you see, that's it, because of they're just different. They're a big place. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like because
I
always the
know.
cities
Cavan
like
is Cavan is a poor. It'd be Leitrim, Cavan, and Leitrim's Sligo. They're all. There's not much industry. There was nothing. There would be plenty of bogs, like what John's talking about. There'd be piles of bogs around them places.
Okay.
But that's
So John is saying, sorry lads, I'm terrible for seeing when something's banter or not. So John, the best way you can apologize is by buying my dad's stick. All right. You said you have loads of money to make a movie about Blackthorn. This is what you need in your movie. So let's see if you pull the trigger now, John. I want to see an order come in this weekend. You know, that's the best way you can apologize to my good dad. You know, you want to keep in his good size, especially when he's a stick like that. So John, this is the stick now for you. We want to see an order come in this weekend for Donegal to be delivered as well. Not to a town, not to a city in Donegal or a town, into the country part. We'll see now if it comes
through.
through.
We'll see what the delivery is too. We might follow it up.
You've been called out, yeah. Exactly, my man.
Lads. Yeah.
So for you guys, Dublin is the Irish version of Antwerp. So he's saying that in Belgium, a lot of the Belgian people don't like Antwerp because it's always the city country thing is always a thing.
Yeah. That's it.
Tim says, balls in your court, John. Okay, yeah.
That's it, definitely.
That's it, my man.
Yeah.
We'll see now. We'll see your address like when you make the order. We'll see now. You know. You can stick it to us and say I told you so by ordering the stick. We'll be humbled by your cash.
Mm-hmm.
Doug, Francis, I have to say to your dad, top of the morning. Oh Jesus, man.
Oh, don't be
stupid talk, man.
Yeah,
stupid talk.
That's all the American films. There's no tops or mornings or anything. How is it going there? This is what we say. Hello, how are you? How are you keeping?
Exactly,
What's
man.
the crack?
No one
all
talks.
Them things, but then no on top of the morning or freaking that.
No, the American stereotypes of Ireland are so off, like by maybe 150 years or something.
No one ever used to say that.
No, if you walk into a pub in Ireland and start talking like that, some guy Guinness will be giving you a nice
Circle.
Exactly, right to the gob. Let's see now. Mike says, speak softly and carry a big stick. Isn't that from a movie as well, Walking Tall, isn't it? Or Teddy Roosevelt said that. You got to carry a McCaffrey Blackthorn.
Oh, yeah.
John, I do not have loads of money.
You let us down now.
You let us down, man. Oh, no money. Oh, my God. I'm saving up for the short film. But you told me this is the most high budget. You got the funding. You got everything, man. You told me you had the funding. You told me it was a high budget movie. You told me all of these things. Now, oh, man, there's no money.
Move down to Cavan and be careful. They'll learn you how to save your money.
Yeah, if you want to budget it.
Cavan.
Okay, so you consider one of your sticks in good time. So, man, we put it to you, the disappointment. I'm going to go home tonight, and I won't even sleep, John, knowing that you've turned down my esteemed offer, and to get a personal stick from 2 generations of stick makers on a live stream to name you as well, this stick will go up in value in the next few years and when you put it in your big high budget movie, that you told us, and you did say it was high budget, my man. I have all the chats and stuff as well, but sure, there's always one guy like you, John, around. But we love you, man. We love you. Keep coming on the streams, man, because you do get the banter going. Let's see, honest election posters. How is she cutting? Yeah, you hear that.
Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah.
Now she's sucking diesel.
That's it.
John.
What's the crack?
Okay, John. He's trying to steer the conversation away from him now. He's like, okay, is there many Americans in the chat? Who talks like that? Are you drunk, my lad? Nobody talks like that. John, you're right, my man. You're as funny. Yeah. You're as funny as that comment that Tommy said about the boneless Viking.
Lads, we start laughing again. I hadn't as good a laugh in years.
Yeah. Okay.
Tommy had a good one there.
Doug, I loved your expressions. Very good, Doug. Okay, Americans say sacre bleu. That's a French thing. I speak French, and I've never ever heard a Frenchman or a French person say that. Yeah. So like the French term "sacre bleu" for surprise you see in movies. No French people say that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all these kind of stereotypes. And John is calls you blackguards.
Well, we are blackguards, is right, but that's it.
Speak for yourself, lad. I'm an honourable man.
No, blackguard isn't a bad. It's a good thing. It's a good comment.
Depends how you look
There's
at
a
it.
lot of things if they wanted to call us. There's a lot worse things they could call us.
Come on, John. Call us something better, man. Blackguards, man. Call us. We're more than blackguards. You know, let's see what other terms you can come up with. Being an Irish person from Donegal, you know, you speak the Donegal Irish like shipperder and stuff like that. Okay, Doug, which county known most for its beauty? Well, which county is County Kerry, of course.
Yeah, where we are. It's
where we are.
the most beautiful spot. Yeah, Dingle all along that coast. Carsavine, Waterville. Yeah, the Ring of Kerry. We are on it. Just come by your shop here.
Yeah, west of Ireland, the Ring of Kerry is the most famous driving route in Ireland. County Kerry has Killarney. It has many tourist sites as well. It was the one place that you know really got the tourist industry going in the 70s, 80s, and 90s as well. Before any other destinations were even known in Ireland. So County Kerry is the kind of most famous part. Galway too, Clare, Cliffs of Moher, all the west side of Ireland.
Donegal is nice too.
Donegal,
yeah. That was the nearest. The nearest beach to us was in Bundoran, and we used to go there every so often. And we used to have a mighty crack there.
I don't know, man.
The Scottish girls had come over. They used to come over every year, every summer for a couple of months.
All right. They must have been pretty desperate to leave Scotland to go all the way to Donegal.
They weren't. They were a funny gang, all right. Most of them were Celtic supporters.
That's good. Let's see now. Not seeing your bottle and brandy this week. It's somewhere there, man. I got another one as well.
He is it clean. He is gone.
It's got all my spit and cough all over it, so I won't give it to my dad because I've been coughing and spluttering. But to you, Michael, and to you, John, from Donegal or wherever you are in the world, man, I have my doubts. There you go. A little sip for you there, John. For it as well, but you can't catch us out, my man. Let's see. Liesl says Cockney. There, that's from London, isn't it? Those accents.
Cockney. Yeah, London. Yeah, and the you know the things they say. How would I put? I forget them now. There's Cockney accent. The rhyme things up. A rhyme and slang. Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
The word for rhyme and slang.
So John is like trying to get some cred back. Nice. Here's a good one for you. Spagine. Do you know what? Or say he doesn't even say. Jen knows what's that down in Kerry. You're one, Francis. Very good, John.
What? I don't know what he's on about.
I don't know, my man. You know, he's a character for sure. Honest Election Posters doesn't have the best rally. The Rally of the Lakes, in Killarney.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the Rally of the Lakes.
Just beside us here, it goes through the corner of the end of the town here. Great.
Yeah, it's a very famous thing as well.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
There's lots going
on
on
the
Kerry.
scenery. You'd see it when you'd be watching there on the scenery be shown on the television after, you know.
Yeah, and they have the biker festival before it.
Yeah, there's YouTube videos of that's right.
And Doug says Sacre Bleu in American English means top of the morning to you. Yeah, it's equally. Yeah, man. It's like. Let's see now. Doug says we don't say it, and John's got to go. Good luck, lads.
John,
John, my man. John. Come on, you gotta stay, man. There's only 12 minutes left, like you know. Come on, my John. John, don't go.
You're keeping the whole thing alive. It's good.
Yeah, we watch you.
The pot.
we got to keep you coming, John.
We need someone to store the pot for the soup.
Yeah. You know, I can't wait to hear the next thing that you say. Like you know, it's anticipation. Like you know, making movies to cutting hazel out of bog. You know, what else is there, man?
All the Dohertys and Gallaghers and all up there. You're surrounded by them.
Gallaghers, yeah. Let's see now. Mike Meyer says, we study poetry from the culture around Limerick in high school. And no mention of County. Billy Craigers says no mention of County Down. So Billy Craigers, That's a name that you know,
Strange one, yeah.
it's a name we know.
I visited County Down a lot of the times. I was in there Newcastle and Kilkeel and Ballykindler. And there was a break. I served my time as a carpenter in Belfast. So half of Belfast is in Down and half is in Antrim. So, and there's a big Tullymore forest there. A nice spot to visit. But County Down is a nice spot.
County Down is a nice part of Ireland.
That was it. Addy Call, another I knew, McAvoy's from there, lovely lads. And names takes a while.
Downpatrick as well.
Oh, Downpatrick and
Downpatrick is very
Castlewellan.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a load of.
They're lovely places.
Oh no, it's a nice spot, and the fishing around Kilkeel and all there. There's great trawlers for the fish for whatever the fish in the sea there.
All right, Karen says, Francis and maybe you, Frank, could you make a video telling a Halloween story from Ireland?
I don't know. You'll have to start it for me.
Most Halloween stories are just improvised, man. If you've ever been around Irish people, they just improvise stories on the spot, like, and then they change. And there's no like, what, you want a banshee story or something like that, or the old story of the old man or some shit like that. Like,
that's it.
There's always somebody that dies and he hears a noise, and the Irish kind of Halloween stories and ghost stories.
Yeah, usually one is about the two drunk fellas, and they went into a graveyard anyway, and they were in the graveyard, and the next thing, there was a big apple tree inside in the graveyard, so they went and they filled their pockets and the shorts anyway, and they went outside the graveyard wall and they were sharing them out. And in the meantime, there was some other couple that was in the graveyard and they come over near the wall and they heard your man saying, "Oh, here, one for you and one for me and one for you and one for me." And for the two outside the wall, he said, "We'll get them later." They fell out of our pockets. And the ones thought it was someone sharing out bodies or something. Some story like that, I heard it. Doesn't sound that funny.
No, but they're not meant to be. Yeah, so you see, the stories, man, they're kind of crap around Halloween. Yeah, that's what we're kind of insinuating.
Yeah, that's it.
But, okay, so let's see. John said he's going to stay for the 12 minutes. Yay!
Good man, yeah.
Good man, John.
John, that's
Johnny
it.
boy, you can't leave before the last orders come in. Let's see. So Billy says, beautiful, well mentioned. Very good. Tommy, so what do you call the cousin kisters just south of you all?
What?
The cousin kisters, the inbred people. I know. Maybe I was talking
in Youghal in Cork, is it?
No, I was telling them about Glencar people before.
Oh yes.
That they're
they're just they're nice people at the same time. To be honest, it's just.
They all look the same.
Well, that's it. Suppose they're all families and families. They didn't move, so they're just.
You know the kid that plays the banjo in Deliverance. Ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll say no more. Say no more. It's too controversial. Doug, Francis, is it true that lotus sticks can split or crack? Yeah, lotus sticks, my man, is just, they're crap. Like, they cause so many problems. They damage the integrity. Like, you only would like ever load a stick with like fish leads if there's already holes and things of it, like a root ball or something. But
well, see, one of the most obvious things about putting we say a lump of lead into a stick, right? A stick over the years, it sort of gets it sinks. You know what I mean? It's drying out, so it's getting smaller and tighter and smaller. Where the lead will stay the same size. So that is like creating a crack right away. So nothing expands. It always it contracts like a timber. It'll be getting smaller. The weight of it over every year of a stick is obviously going to be a few ounces lighter and lighter and lighter. But where you put in that thing, that'll crack it.
Yeah, exactly.
And the lead. Years and years ago, they used to put. They didn't use. They used. There was these things that people had put on their boots, hobnail on the hobnail boots. There was these hobnails, and there was also nails for putting on horseshoes. They would drive them into the head of the Blackthorn.
Okay, so.
But sure, it was root. There's no need for that.
Forget about lead lore. Anyone who's trying to sell you like those magic beans, stay away from them. Honest election posters. County Down has the only primordial forest left in Ireland. That's primordial, like Old Forest, you mean, or
Yeah,
something?
that's it. I just said it. Tullymore Forest.
Tullymore, okay.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, because as I was doing a course in woodwork and carpentry, we used to go there every so often and know the different trees, check the annual rings and all that type of stuff. Very educational that time when I was a young fella.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Michael says, near Branbridge Town in the County Down one morning last July, down a Boreen green came a sweet Colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by.
Yes, that's right. That's the Star of the County Down is the name of that song.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and a boreen is usually, they never call them boreens up there or in Fermanagh, they were called lanes. But when you come down here to the south around Kerry, a lane is not, it's called a boreen. So that was sort of someone that, it'd be like the time that 40 Shades of Green was sang by Johnny Cash. He had never been in Ireland, but he was flying over Ireland. He looked down at the Green Island and he writ the song. Yet he had never been in, he'd never stood in Ireland at the time. So that the Boreen word is out of place for County Down, to be honest. But that's okay. But that's the song was a nice one.
Okay, and that's one for you.
I'm very enlightening you too, am I?
What?
I'm enlightening you too with these old times.
I have no interest in these old songs, man. These old man songs. No, man. It's like I was walking on the road, and the one day I saw the current. Oh, Jesus, man! Like you know, I like a bit more modern kind of tastes.
Ah, yeah. Well, I was modern too. I saw a lot of the famous bands too in my time.
Oh yeah. Sure. What is it? So what bands were you listening to in the 70s then?
Oh, the Taste and the Cream and Jimi Hendrix Experience and all Led Zeppelin and all those. Everyone.
Oh yeah.
All the bands.
Christy Moore and the Wolf Tones as well.
They weren't born that.
Chris Christopherson.
No.
You had one of these CDs, Chris Christopherson, or tapes. I remember.
Well, I had Chris Christopherson, yeah, and there was
Willie
the old
Nelson.
songs. There was Chris Christopherson songs. They were the old original ones were very good.
Christy Moore too.
Yeah, well, Christy, but that before that
Later,
time,
yeah.
like it was all. I had the Dock of the Bay by Otis Redding. I used to have all them records when I was in Belfast, and I had to get out in a hurry, and everything was left behind. So that's the way it goes.
Yeah, exactly.
I had all them records because when I was going to college there was a big place, Smithfield Market was there, and record after record shop, records. And there weren't shops, they were freaking with canvas over them, you know what I mean? But if I had to know now, all them records would have been valuable.
Yeah, like it's the record shops. You know, in Dublin, I used to go to Tower Records, and it used to be kind of just interesting to go in there and look at the music and stuff. But that whole business is gone now, man.
Yeah.
It's like with anything. But our Blackthorn business is still going.
Blackthorn's still there.
Hey, Blackthorn a boo!
We're standing the test of time. Eh?
Exactly. So Mike says, what about a little killer with Rick and Morty hoodie and a big shillelagh? Yeah, that's just the reference to the hoodie I'm wearing. It's it's the thing me and the kids like. Rick and Morty is pretty good. Dan Harmon.
Yeah.
Liesl says, ha. Very good, Liesl.
Oh, Liesl, yeah.
Garen,
she makes sticks, doesn't she?
she
oh
does
no,
indeed.
it's something.
I
not
think she
sticks.
grows them or something. She grew
No,
on
she
them.
has some craft. I think I remember reading it. Oh, she had craft.
Okay.
Pen or something.
So Garen says, like the strangest thing like the strangest that's happened to you cutting Blackthorn. So what's the strangest thing that's happened to you cutting Blackthorn?
To me?
Yeah.
Oh, I've several them next time. I got cornered by bulls as well in fields, and I got a type of quicksand in a bog too. I was trying to get bog deal in there, and my 2 feet went down, and I was lucky enough that there was another fella further up, and I shouted, and he came and pulled me out. Yeah.
We can make some videos on that actually, Garen. So I'll think of some stories there that I've had. It's like usually things jumping out, or you know, I think one Christmas there's a load of kids down hiding in the Blackthorn, and they're all drinking. They're drunk there, and I came to the bush thing, and they all ran out like crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy things you'd see like.
Well, that's it too. Yeah, you see, because
badgers and loads of things.
Animals. Yeah, there's a lot of wildlife there. You know, but. It's just a farmer that
strange
made a
things
bull
dumped
would
as
be
well.
the most dangerous, or some if it was in the summertime or the time when there'd be animals would be calving, like they'd be very protected. The cow would be very protective. You'd have to be careful. You wouldn't just be moping
bulls
about.
And rams
but
and
then
deers as well.
so we had farming cattle and all at home. You understand animals, but some people don't seem to understand them. They're just walking on top of them like.
Yeah, you just got to keep your head anyway, man.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not for the faint of heart.
No.
Let's see, John, have you heard the story of Dober Coup? Dober Coup. Well, I look forward for you telling us that story there, John. Billy says, there's a town up here called Newtownards, famous for the web toes. All right, we'll take your word for it.
Where's it in?
He said Newtownards.
Oh, Newtownards.
Newtownards.
Oh, I know it. I had a cousin was married there. Yeah.
Okay.
Newtownards. You actually, what was the girl was the cousin of mine and her husband. He was the manager of the soccer team there, Newtownards.
All right.
In the 70s, I think, 60s or 70s, I'd say.
Okay.
No.
Ducks
Oh, Newtownards. Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, and you're saying
That's
everyone there has
exactly
web toes.
Oh yeah, well I know a man that had web toes, and they said anyone with web toes, they'll never drown, right? And this fellow's walking on the rivers, and what do you think happened to him?
He drowned.
He drowned. So much for the web toes. Oh god!
Bit of Irish dark humor for you there, man. With web toes, there's a joke for you. Ducks says thank you, Tim. What's your shipping typically run on a stick around 30 inches to the US, possibly a cudgel along with it? What's your shipping? UPS, DHL, 3 to 5 days, €28. It's okay. We'll just run through a few more of these because we're nearly time's up.
Oh yeah, check them out.
Let's see. I want to visit Lady of Knockchurch someday. Anna says the man from God knows where exactly.
Yeah.
Dennis says Frank, you're a national treasure. And thank you for sitting with your boy. Very good.
Yeah.
Doug, let's see, John. I do it every time that I'm in part of the country. Always makes the hair stand up my back, especially the smaller chapel.
Yeah.
Tommy James, the Sonics, Cream. I love all of them. So Tommy's the same musical tastes.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Tommy, you got to come over, man.
Tommy,
Can't wait to see you.
That's it.
Doug, well, what would that be great? Let's see. No, Tower Records is back actually. I go to it whenever I'm in Dublin. Yeah, just off Grafton Street.
All right. Yeah.
Tim, I'm just getting in. So Tim, hello. We're nearly finished now, my man. Billy says yes. Look, guys, we gotta go now because we gotta collect my mum, and she doesn't like it. We're late as well.
Mm-hmm.
So as always, thank you so much, and I'll leave the last word to my dad before he signs off. Why do you want to take it to the community?
Yeah, it was great talking to you all. Yeah. So hopefully I'll do another few eventually, every so often.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it.
All
So
right,
I enjoyed the night, and I laughed with Tommy. Tommy's joke was the best one I heard with a good while.
Yeah. So Tommy has to be here, and John, you have to be here if my dad's in the stream again. All right. All right, John. We'll wait for you. Good luck, Tommy.
Bye.
Everyone, Liesel. Bye.